John Amos, Good Times and Roots actor, did. At 84, American actor John Amos died at age 84 on August 21st. His son, Casey, told The Hollywood Reporter on October 1st. It is with heartfelt sadness that I share with you that my father has transitioned, he said in a statement. He was a man with the kindest heart and a heart of gold, and he was loved the world over. Many fans consider him their TV father. He lived a good life. His legacy will live on in his outstanding works in television and film as an actor. Born on December 27, 1939, Amos hailed from Newark, New Jersey. He played professional football and was a boxer before becoming a star. Not only did Amos have a remarkable acting career, but he also had a remarkable childhood. After Brown versus Board of Education, Amos was part of the inaugural desegregating classes of 2 schools in New Jersey, according to Time. I had suffered those indignities in real life, integrating those 2 schools, of being told that I was a physical anomaly, Amos told the news source. Having kids wipe their finger along your cheek to see if the black came off, or saying about my nose, geez, can you breathe through that thing or walk through it? Things improved for Amos when he joined the cast of The Mary Tyler Moore Show. He said that the cast was welcoming. It was an actor's heaven, he shared with Time. Mary was quite a skilled comedian, but her forte was really underplaying. What really could have been passed off as pedestrian comedy became an actor's lesson in how you get people together. Cloris Leachman, Mary, and so many wonderful, wonderful actors with good material to become a life form, almost. While The Mary Tyler Moore Show was the launching point for Amos's career, it didn't stop there. John Amos spoke out about his firing from Good Times John Amos's film, and TV credits date back to the 1970s. He starred in Good Times, Hunter, and The West Wing, among countless others. Amos spoke fondly of his experience on Good Times and the show's creator, Norman Lear. I remember, I couldn't forget, the fact that Norman was probably the most courageous producer / writer / director that had come into television, Amos told Vulture. I was very fortunate to get to work for him. We tackled subject matter that nobody touches today, things like seniors being forced to eat pet food because of financial constraints. However, Amos also opened up about the experience of portraying a Black father in the 1970s on television. He told Time, "Me, the experience of working and living at the time as an African American, and some of Lear's writers who theorized what my reactions or the character's reactions would be, predicated on a Beverly Hills point of view for the most part." Amos was fired from the show. He explained that he became confrontational about some parts of the script. "No, you don't do these things," Amos explained, recalling what he said at the time. "It's anathema to Black society. I'll be the expert on that if you don't mind." Prior to his death, Amos denied claims of elder abuse after his daughter Shannon announced he'd been hospitalized, according to TMZ. While Amos's rep, Belinda Foster, confirmed he'd been admitted to have fluid drained from the lower half of his body, she said he'd almost completely recovered when Shannon launched a GoFundMe on his behalf. Casey said in a statement, "It is with heartfelt sadness that I share with you that my father has transitioned. He was a man with the kindest heart and a heart of gold, and he was loved the world over. Many fans consider him their TV father. He lived a good life. His legacy will live on in his outstanding works in television and film as an actor." A representative for Amos confirmed to Variety that he died of natural causes. Snoop Dogg honored the beloved actor, as well as the recently deceased James Earl Jones, by posting a clip on Instagram of them working together in Coming to America. In his own heartfelt Instagram tribute, Fat Joe wrote, "This man raised us, God forever bless John Amos, R.I.P." Questlove posted a clip of Amos in Let's Do It Again on the social media platform and commented, "My fave foot chase scene of all time, Let's Do It Again. How John Amos went Usain in the brain bolt levels in church shoes, I'll never know." WC also paid tribute on Instagram by writing, R.I.P. John Amos, and thank you for the good times. Definitely was a major figure in my childhood and teenage world of movie and television entertainment. DJ Premier commented on the rapper's post, "Man, he was our dad even if we was good with our own dad. R.I.P. John Amos." Amos's daughter Shannon revealed that she learned of her father's death through the media due to being estranged from her family. She said in a statement, "I am without words. Our family has received the heartbreaking news that my dad, John Allen Amos Jr., transitioned on August 21st. We are devastated and left with many questions about how this happened 45 days ago, learning about it through the media like so many of you. This should be a time of honoring and celebrating his life, yet we are struggling to navigate the wave of emotions and uncertainties surrounding his passing. Still, there is some semblance of peace in knowing my father is finally free. My family and I deeply appreciate the outpouring of love, calls, and texts. Please continue to hold our family in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you." Before his death, Amos's children had been feuding over their father's care, with Shannon accusing KC of elder abuse. The job led to him writing and performing sketches on CBS's The Leslie Uggam Show in 1969. Lorenzo Music and Dave Davis, two producers on the show, were working on a new series for Mary Tyler Moore and figured Amos would be great for it. He recurred as Gordie Howard throughout the first 4 seasons of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and soon after landed the role of James Evans Sr. on the CBS sitcom Good Times, which ran for 6 seasons from 1974 to 1979. He received an Emmy nomination for playing Toby, the older version of Kunta Kinte, on the 1977 ABC miniseries Roots. In 2020, he was inducted into the New Jersey Hall of Fame. He appeared on Broadway in 1972 in Carl Reiner's Tough to Get Help, and wrote and starred in the one-man play Halley's Comet in the 1990s, and toured over the country and overseas for over 2 decades. After Good Times, John Amos would go on to appear in projects such as Future Cop, The Love Boat, The A-Team, One Life to Live, Murder, She Wrote, The Cosby Show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Walker, Texas Ranger, The West Wing, and 30 Rock, among many others. His final role was as Lincoln Jefferson Adams in the 2023 film The Last Rifleman. According to Amos's IMDb page, he had 3 projects in the works, including the upcoming NBC Suits spinoff, Suits LA. Additionally, Amos and his son produced the documentary America's Dad. Amos often starred as a father in TV hits, including the 1970s sitcom Good Times, but he also had 2 off-screen children. Shannon is the daughter of John Amos and Noel J. Mickelson, who welcomed her into the world in New Jersey in 1966. John reportedly discouraged his kids from following in his actor footsteps, but Shannon became a producer and worked on shows like Yo MTV Raps and America's Most Wanted. As a child, I just saw what he did as a job, but as I got older, I began to see how many lives he impacted through his role as a strong Black man and father. The executive became a mom in 1991, welcoming her daughter, Quera Noel. After 20 years of working in the film industry, she had a career change and launched her own wellness travel company, dubbed Sumana. The major switch reportedly came after her mom's death in December 2016, and she went traveling. According to Shannon, her dad, John, was unlike most of his characters, shared similar traits with his Good Times persona. She told I'm a Mama in 2021, he was always strict, but he was also very funny and super adventurous. As a child, I just saw what he did as a job, but as I got older, I began to see how many lives he impacted through his role as a strong Black man and father. Shannon and John's relationship became more turbulent regarding the actor's medical care as years went on. In June 2023, Shannon accused an unnamed caregiver of elder abuse, launching a GoFundMe in his name after she says she received a distressing call from her dad, People reported. The claims made by Shannon led to an investigation by the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, but Dad John accused Shannon of the same crime a month after, in an Instagram video posted by brother Casey. Shannon also claimed she only found out about her father's death through reports online 45 days after his death. She said on Instagram, "I am without words. Our family has received the heartbreaking news that my dad, John Allen Amos Jr., transitioned on August 21st. We are devastated and left with many questions about how this happened 45 days ago, learning about it through the media like so many of you." Despite the troubles, Shannon has always showed love to her dad and spoke of him affectionately. In 2021, she settled down in Mexico, telling Amo Mama that her dad always encouraged her to live her best life. Casey was John and Noel's second child, born in 1970. The son grew up with the family in the Sylmar neighborhood of Los Angeles, and, like his sister, followed in their dad's footsteps of film and TV. In 1996, Casey worked on James McMurtry's music video, Where You Hide the Body, which was nominated for a Grammy, and even collaborated with artists such as Lil Wayne and Rick Ross. In 2003, Shannon and Casey worked on a project together, The Watermelon Heist. John and Casey were reportedly very close, teaming up with his famous father on various projects, including 2015's Mercy for Angels, which Casey co-produced and directed while John starred in it. Before his death, John had been working on a docuseries called America's Dad, which he and Casey had been working on for a few years. John told People in 2024, "Having my own son working with me as a filmmaker, it's a blessing because we can capture these moments of inspiration. It covers my career, his career, our joint careers. And it's something that I think every father and son will want to see." But Casey and Shannon's relationship had a rocky relationship. Casey was arrested in 2023 for allegedly making threats against his sister's life. The same month, John accused Shannon of elder abuse. He confirmed the death of his father on Tuesday, October 1st, 2024, in a heartfelt statement. He said, "My father loved working as an actor throughout his entire life. He was my dad, my best friend, and my hero. Thank you for your prayers and support at this time." Noel was born in Iowa and grew up to be a carpenter and equestrian. Her daughter Shannon shared on Instagram that she was of Danish and Ashkenazi Jewish descent. Noel and John met while attending college at Colorado State University when she was majoring in fine arts, which Shannon says was love at first sight. The Lovebirds married in 1965, 2 years before the Supreme Court's landmark decision which legalized interracial marriage. Their daughter Shannon spoke of their interracial marriage on social media, calling it a tumultuous time in the world around them. The actor then entered the Greenwich Village stand-up comedy scene before going into the entertainment sector, all with Noel by his side. John said to The Hollywood Reporter, "Being an artist herself, she understood my reluctance to accept the 9-to-5 world." The pair's first child, Shannon, was born in New Jersey in 1966, but they soon moved to Los Angeles when John booked TV commercials. This soon turned into many sitcoms, including his role as weatherman Gordie Howard on The Mary Tyler Moore Show and James Evans Sr. on Good Times. "She was my rock, offering a safe space to be with my emotions. I miss the warmth of her embrace so much." The Amos family then raised Shannon and their youngest child, Kelly Christopher, known as Ke.C. in Sylmar, after he was born in 1970. With Noel being an avid equestrian, the couple raised the kids on a property with horses. Shannon was 9 years old when her parents separated in 1975 and recalls Noel having a nervous breakdown. Noel even had a restraining order against John, Hollywood Reporter claims. Details of their divorce have never been shared publicly. Little was known of Noel's life after the divorce, with her kids Shannon and Casey sharing various pics on social media. Shannon told The Hollywood Reporter that Noel remarried to a Disney special effects engineer. But when living on a California ranch with her new husband, she experienced medical complications during a hysterectomy. This tragically led to her becoming blind and a quadriplegic. In 2014, Casey posted a photo of himself and Shannon with an unwell Noel. Noel's second husband cared for her until she sadly died in 2016. The children have continued to keep her in their memories by posting various photos with heartwarming captions. Shannon posted on Instagram in February 2024. She was my rock, offering a safe space to be with my emotions. I miss the warmth of her embrace so much. John died 8 years after his first wife on August 21st, 2024.